welcome back to the LEC. Rogue is off to a great start in this Super Week as they grab their second win here against Misfit, and I have Comp with me to talk about the game. Thank you very much for joining me, Comp.
Hello, Laura. Glad to be here again.
Glad to have you again in the LEC. I want to talk about the early game and your role because we saw a lot of bot lane focused action. So is it your will to become a bot lane focused team?
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like the meta also makes it to be a bot lane meta. But yeah, especially after like our scrims and stuff and our practice, we came to realization that it's really good to draft around bot, and like having this prior around Jinx, as we saw those 2 days that we either first pick it or we pick it on the first three.
And you mentioned the meta and the fact that it's good to play around bot lane. I also want to touch on the changes that Riot made to teleport and ask your opinion on how it impacted the way you can play around bot lane in the first minutes.
Yeah, it's actually way more fun now to lane because I remember like in the past, especially Fnatic was doing that. They were always putting a ward on the like behind the bush, and they were just perma-tipping when you were pushing the waves. So it gives you way more freedom right now to play the lane and basically just push and play aggressive.
Well, for now, it feels good to be an ADC in 2022. That's really nice to hear. I want to touch on the fact that you've been playing with Trimby. He was one of the rookies in the LEC last year. How has it been working with him?
Well, I mean, when we started playing together during December, we did some scrims. I mean, we didn't really play together before that, right? So our synergy was not really on point. And also, fun fact, I was playing with 80 ping back then, so I kind of blame that too. It mustn't have been fun for him to play with an AD carry that has 80 ping. But right now, I think we came to a point where we realized how the meta is, what we should play, what we should not, and I think we just fit very nice together.
Yeah, synergy operating really well. Last question for you, Comp. We haven't seen you in the LEC for a year now, so I want to touch on the challenges you faced to come back at the best level this year.
Well, yeah, I mean, 2021 wasn't like the best year for me, I guess, in terms of competitive. I didn't get to play a lot. But I think overall this off-season helped me a lot to just realize some stuff, actually experience and live things that an average LEC player and an average competitive player that spends most of his time playing the game and improving cannot really do because of time. So yeah, I'm overall pretty glad about how this off-season turned out to be for me, and I'm glad to be back.
And we're glad to have you back in the LEC Comp. Thank you so much for the interview and good luck on the next game tomorrow.
Thank you too.
And
see you.
Trevor, back to you for more on this game.